Forget gurus. Forget anyone claiming to be an online business expert without going through the challenges of entrepreneurship themselves. The Real Money, Real Business podcast is here to prove the best insights in online business comes from your fellow online business builders. We dig into stories of entrepreneurs selling their business on the Empire Flippers marketplace so that you can learn how they made their business profitable, how they overcame obstacles, and what lessons they learned in their online journey. If you want to take your business and your knowledge to the next level, you've come to the right podcast. Let's get started.
Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of the Real Money, Real Business podcast. We record these interviews so that potential buyers can learn more about the business and the seller to help them make an informed buying decision. If you would like to learn more about this business, including details like what type of business it is, how much revenue and profit it makes, and all of the assets included with the business, simply visit empireflippers.com/marketplace and search for this business's listing number, which you can find in the video thumbnail and in the description. Or if you're watching this on YouTube, you can click the link in the description to go straight to the listing. So without further ado, let's get into this interview. First up, let's learn a little bit about you. Can you tell us about your background in building and running online businesses?
I started building online businesses when I was at university around 2017. Then from there, what I started doing was doing video editing. I would edit for other content creators, work with them, do videos for them. And then over time, I got really used to the YouTube platform that I started exploring other avenues. But I did the video editing during my university years from 2017 up until 2022. And then from 2023, I decided to start my own pages. Then I began starting my own page. I had problem getting them monetized, but 2023, I did get this particular page monetized, started making content from there. I chose a niche and then I doubled down on that. And I've been doing that ever since I managed to get the page monetized. Over some time, did some modification, learned a few tricks, learned how the YouTube algorithm work, how the YouTube policies work. And then from there, I've managed to build this page up until to where it is today.
Why are you selling the business now instead of keeping it and growing it further?
The business has been doing well, and it's a solid business that has been generating revenue for me. But I feel like it's about time for me that I invest in a different business that is a bit more capital heavy, also has a longer and longer in terms of a vision. It's something that I'm not planning to maybe make profit in the next few months or even years, but it's a more of a long-term business. So this is a software company that I'm starting. This is going to utilize my expertise in digital marketing and social media to build a software that will be able to help content creators. But this software is going to be very capital heavy. This is one of the reasons I want to sell the YouTube channel, so I can get that capital that will help me to be able to invest in this particular software. And the business is great. I could keep growing it, but also at the same time, I have some expertise to be able to go and start other YouTube channels and other niches because I have the experience. So I trust that I have experience to do so. And then also I know that I need the capital to invest in my software business. Hence is why I am selling it.
Can you describe the amount and the type of work that you do on this business to maintain it?
Initially, I used to do everything in the business, which was to go and look for content, source the content, create commentary for the content, edit the videos, put all the clips together, do the thumbnail, do the title, schedule it on YouTube. So I used to do everything. But now that I have a team that does most of that work for me, I have a content strategist and video editors that are able to do a lot of that content. Most of my work, it is just contributing in the ideas. It is managing to ensure that the videos are actually being sent and they're actually being posted. So a lot of that work doesn't take more than 2 hours a day. Sometimes it's just an hour a day of keeping up to track with the team and looking at the YouTube studio to make sure that there's videos that are being scheduled, and looking into Slack to make sure that everyone is doing their job accordingly.
So, if you were to keep this business, what are some of the ways you would try to grow it?
There is a lot of growth opportunities when it comes to YouTube. One of the growth opportunities, firstly, would be increasing the video output rate. We have seen that it's very obvious that when you post more, you will increase the views and make more revenue. So one of the things that I would invest in is invest maybe a bigger team, maybe get an additional content strategist, because I only have one at the moment, who will be able to send extra videos to the video editors and be able to post extra videos. So it's a quantity. Other ways in which we can improve could be making use of other revenue outlets outside of YouTube AdSense, which means things like affiliate marketing, affiliate links, things like maybe selling courses, and things like selling other products on YouTube, and so on. So those are additional ways to which the revenue we can increase the revenue, and also perhaps even branching into other niches and starting other YouTube pages that will utilize the same or similar business model to what we are currently doing now. So those are one of the ways, and building an email list, which is something that I haven't done, of the subscribers. That could be another potential way that could really, really improve the revenue greatly and grow the business greatly.
Right. And what would you say are the biggest risks with this business that buyers should be aware of?
The business as it is right now, it is very solid. The biggest risks that I could mention would be things like copyright, for instance. What this means is that the current business model ensured that we haven't gotten any issues with copyright ever since we started this business model, because it ensures that there is a fair use of any content that we make. But if it gets to a point where maybe the content that is being posted, a lot of it is just other people's content, not enough commentary, not enough percentage of the commentary like we're doing now, that could be an issue. But in our case, I've trained my content strategies to be able to balance out, to ensure that we do not have those issues. And even the video editors, they already trained to ensure that they're able to use the right clips, source the right clips, and avoid that as much as possible, which we have been successfully have done. So I would say that is the only media thing that I can think about. Perhaps if you use other people's thumbnails and all of that, that might be an issue, but I don't see it as something that my current employees won't do that, but it's something that the new business owner has to be aware of.
How much support are you willing to offer the buyer who acquires this business?
I'm really willing to invest time to ensure that the new buyer is up to speed with the business model. I can be able to, maybe for the next month, be available as much as possible to ensure that they get up to speed with everything. In fact, I can be available to work as well, almost as like an employee, but without any compensation, of course, which means I will do the duties that I'm already doing now while the new owner is observing. And the new owner can observe our meetings or whatever the case may be. That's something that I'm willing to do. Additionally, I'm willing to be available on call or email support, whatever, or any time that help is needed. I would say those are things that come to my mind, but I will be available almost at any given time that the new owner or the new buyer would like to ask questions or clarification or anything regarding the business.
Are you open to negotiating something like an earn-out agreement?
I'm not sure what an earn-out payout structure is, but I'm guessing it's something that is done not all at once and maybe over time. I would say I am willing, as long as it's not like a very long time frame. It's not anything that is more than 6 months, even 3 months, I would say. Then I would be willing, but preferably to close the deal with the full amount be the most preferred way.
Okay, final question. If you had to put yourself in the shoes of a buyer, why is your business a business worth buying?
I really believe that as a buyer, this business has a lot of opportunities within it. Firstly, the niche that it's at, we know that there's always going to be news around politics almost forever. And especially even now with the new elections that just happened in the US, I really believe the next 4 years especially is going to have a lot of content, and seeing our subscriber base, how excited they are with regards to the next 4 years in terms of the election period, the new presidential election. I believe that especially even the next 1, 2, 3 years, there's potential to make a lot out of it. And I really believe that the new buyer can even return their investment within a few months. Don't believe it has to take more than a year. And then from there, I believe that there's still a huge longevity to the business. Besides that, I think there's also other revenue models to which the business can be grown, and other revenue models that can make way more than the AdSense that is currently doing right now. I believe that is worth looking into and buying into. I really believe that also the opportunity for expansion within the YouTube generally using this business model is very big. And over time, I believe the new owner can be able to build a vast amount of digital assets that perhaps even in the future they could sell, or just build these different assets around YouTube. So I believe it's a great opportunity, especially right now.
All right, everyone. Thanks for listening. To learn more and see if this business is still for sale, head over to empireflippers.com/marketplace and search for this business listing number, which you can find in the video thumbnail and description. Or if you're watching this on YouTube, click the link in the description to go straight to the listing. Once you've unlocked this listing, you'll find everything you need to know about this business. So thanks for joining us. See you next time.